Hello friends, so today's video is going to be some information on a read-along that I'm going to be doing in the year of 2023 for a lot of Sanderson's books, including the Cosmere as well as his secret projects. So with the secret projects coming out, some of them are their own stories, and there's definitely one that's related to the Cosmere. And on top of that, Sanderson is doing his Year of Sanderson, where he's going to have book boxes and other such things, and each month has a different theme. And I thought it would be really fun for those of you who haven't ever picked up Sanderson, or maybe you're wanting to get back into Sanderson books, maybe you're wanting to reread some of his works. I wanted to do a read-along that a lot of us could participate in. Parts of it are going to take place here on my channel, and then there's going to be extra perks if you want to join on Patreon. That's going to be if you really want to get in depth and really get into stuff that is more long format. But I'm going to be doing reviews here on my channel. There will also be fandom style videos. So every now and then I might do a tier ranking of certain characters, or a tier ranking of certain scenes, our favorite scenes, or the most impactful moments, or our favorite lines, things like that. I'll be doing all of that sort of stuff here on my channel so we can participate together in reading things and gushing, being fangirls and fanboys and fan people over his works. But then for the Patreon side, there will be reading sprints. So if you don't know what a reading sprint is, it's where we come together, we chat. There's literally a chat like in a live show. So you can chat, we discuss for a little bit, and then we read for a certain amount of time, whether it's half hour or 45 minutes or an hour. And then we put our books down when the timer's up. We chat about what we read, we chat with each other, and then sometimes we do this several times, so it's a way to get a bunch of reading done to try to be really productive together. I do reading sprints over on my Patreon regularly anyway, but it's fun to have some that are sort of themed. We don't go into spoilers in those, but we do kind of go over our reactions to things. And then there will be live show long format discussions that I'll be doing over on my Patreon. Jumping back into, though, what is going to be read during this particular year of 2023. So I do want to be able to go through the Cosmere. I have already done a reread of First Era Mistborn, and my friend Angela from Literature Science Alliance is currently, at the time I'm filming this, doing a read-along for Era 2. We're reading one book per month. There's already been a live show over on her channel for The Alloy of Law. So there's one book per month until the release of The Lost Metal. So Mistborn has already sort of been done leading up into the end of this year, so I won't be rereading the Mistborn series. What I'll do is I'll have links and a playlist that you can check out, so you can go back and at your own speed, at your own pace, you can revisit those videos. And I'll be doing some Mistborn themed videos here coming up, so that way, just like how I'll be doing, tier ranking and things like that, I'll have those videos coming up here on my channel as well. I do want a little bit of your input here for the types of videos that I will do beyond just tier ranking for the fandom style videos. I like the idea of doing spoiler reaction reading vlogs, and that way it feels like, I think those are fun when you're reading something and then you see somebody else's reactions and you can be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I felt that way too. Or if you felt totally different, you can be like, what? Are you serious? So I think that spoiler vlogs are fun. But I also want there to be non-spoiler content in case people just want the information. And even though it feels repetitive to me, I don't like to do both vlogs and reviews necessarily for books. If they're specifically dedicated to those books, I might do it for this one so that you have the reactions and the spoilers for those of you who are reading at the same time or around the same time. And then for people that just want the information and they'll get to the book later, or they're wondering, should I check this one out? They have the non-spoiler as well. If that feels too repetitive, let me know. Or if you're thinking, no, I think both would be really helpful, then let me know your thoughts on that as well. And then also, what other types of videos would you like to see? I want to do things that have to do with characters. I think it'd be fun to do a character analysis video for any standout characters. I'm wanting to start doing, if I can find the time, because it takes so long, but if I can, I'd like to get back into making music for characters and for different aspects of Sanderson's books. I have one for Mistborn, I have one for Kaladin and Syl, I have one for Dalinar, and I have one for Skyward. And if you don't know, I play violin, so I have composed music where I play all the parts and then I put it together. and I'll have that linked if you're interested, but maybe if I can, I'll try to do some more of those. I'm not an amazing artist, but every now and then I like to draw, and I haven't had the time as of late, but I am thinking about trying to get back into doing that as well. I did one for Kaladin where I drew him and then I chatted a little bit about him as a character. But if there are other types of videos you'd like to see, maybe some that aren't so time consuming, if there are others that you would like to see, let me know. I think it could be really fun. And I also want to say I'm not completely opposed to occasionally doing something live here on my channel, but it scares me, and I have anxiety about it, and I've only ever done it a few times because it makes me nervous. But if there are some live show type of videos that you think could be fun, I am still open to it. So let me know. Another thing that I would appreciate your input on, and just your opinions, is when to read what, because obviously the secret projects, I want to read the months that the secret projects come out. But then as far as some of the other works, Cosmere and non-Cosmere, I think it's mostly with the Stormlight Archive that I'm wondering, would you like those back to back, or would you like them spaced out? I think I would prefer them spaced out, just because I know I have a lot of time to read, and I know a lot of us have a lot of time to read, but there are a lot of people who want to participate in things, but read-alongs can move so fast that they can't. So, especially with how big Stormlight Archive books are, I don't want anybody to feel like they can't keep up. So, I was thinking of spacing the Cosmere books out, and then having the secret projects kind of mixed in. So, let me know, would you like that, or do you think it would be better to do them closer together? I was thinking, because there's 4 of them out, I was thinking, 1 a quarter. I thought that made sense. I've done a lot of videos for Rhythm of War, but there was 5 parts that were spoilery. So I don't know if I'll do a review for it. I might do a review. I did a before you read Rhythm of War because I think there are connections to other Cosmere books that might make it helpful to know, and I've done a before you read the Stormlight Archive video, so maybe I'll do a review for Rhythm of War. That one feels a little bit, maybe it'll be a re-review. I'll be revisiting and seeing, now that I'm not on the hype train, now that it hasn't just come out. So we'll see if I do a review for that one, but I do think it would be fun to do a live show for Stormlight Archive 1 through 4, maybe do some predictions about Stormlight Archive 5. Maybe I'll do a predictions video by myself and then chat with some friends about predictions in a live show, or just thoughts about Stormlight Archive 1 through 4. I think it'd be fun to do a live show just going over all the secret projects, which ones were our favorites, who were our favorite characters, were there any that maybe didn't live up to expectations, or just what were your thoughts, which ones have you had unpopular opinions for, whether they be unpopular because you liked it more than everyone else or you didn't like it. That is planning way in advance. And I would like to obviously have live shows, have other people involved, and maybe things might shift around depending on people's schedules. And this is on top of doing things on my channel and doing World Hoppers things. So it is subject to change. But that's it for now when it comes to the Sanderson read-along. And like I said before, I would love to know any suggestions you have for any types of videos you'd like to see, or any kinds of discussion points or anything like that. I would love to know. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Bye.